Let's talk about zero trust. You've probably heard this term being thrown around, right? And for a lot of us running small businesses, it sounds, I don't know, kind of complicated, maybe super expensive, and honestly, just a little bit vague. Well, today we're going to cut right through all that noise. I'm going to show you that zero trust is really a security mindset, not some crazy product. And it's something your business absolutely needs. To really get where we're going with this, we've got to look at where we've been. For the longest time, cybersecurity was all about building this big, strong wall around your business, kind of like a digital castle and moat. But today, with people working from home, all our apps in the cloud, that perimeter, that wall, yeah, it's pretty much gone. And this whole castle and moat idea was pretty simple, you know? You had your firewalls, your antivirus software, those were your walls and your guards. And the main rule was if you were inside the network, you were automatically considered safe. You were trusted. Now, this is where things get really interesting. It was all built on these huge assumptions. Once you were inside the gate, you were good to go. Your computer was trusted. All the different systems inside could just chat with each other freely. And look, that worked just fine when everyone was in the same office, using the same network, but that's just not how we work anymore, is it? And that right there, that's the heart of the problem. Your business today operates from everywhere. You've got remote employees, your most important data is living in the cloud. Even your partners need to get in sometimes. The old castle model, it just can't protect a kingdom that doesn't have any borders. So here's the crucial thing to understand. Attackers have changed their game. They're not trying to blast through your firewall anymore. Why would they? It's so much easier to just steal an employee's password with a simple phishing email and walk right in the front door. They use our own habits of trust against us. And this just lays out the danger perfectly. Okay, step 1, they trick someone and get a password. Step 2, they use that password to get in. Maybe it's your Microsoft 365 account. Now listen up, because step 3 is the real nightmare. Once they're inside your so-called trusted network, they start moving around quietly. It's called lateral movement, and they're looking for the good stuff. Think about it. Once they're in your email, what's stopping them from finding the login to your accounting software or grabbing your entire customer list? That old model makes this kind of devastating attack way too easy. So, this new reality we're in, it demands a completely different way of thinking. We just can't rely on those old assumptions about who or what to trust. We need a new philosophy, one that's actually built for the way we work right now. And here it is. This is the absolute heart of zero trust. It's a simple idea, but it is so powerful. You stop giving out trust just because of where someone is. Instead, you verify every single request, every single time. No exceptions. So, what is zero trust? Officially, it's a security mindset that's built on a pretty stark assumption that a breach isn't a matter of if, but when. You basically assume the bad guys might already be inside your network, and you design everything to stop them from moving around and doing real damage. It's a strategy, an approach. It is not some magic box you can just buy and plug in. Okay, so that's the what. But how does this actually work? You know, in the real world, how do we build a security system around this whole never trust, always verify idea? This image really lays it out. A zero trust setup is a continuous cycle. It's a loop of verification and protection. It's all built on 4 main pillars. We're going to verify every person and every device. Then we're going to limit what they can access. And finally, we're going to constantly monitor everything that's going on. Let's break each one down real quick. First up, pillar 1, verify every single person. This means before anyone gets access to anything, they have to prove they are who they say they are. A password just doesn't cut it anymore. The absolute gold standard here is multi-factor authentication, or MFA. That way, even if a hacker steals a password, MFA stops them dead in their tracks. Next, pillar 2, we verify every device. See, a trusted person using a hacked or unhealthy device is still a massive risk. So zero trust asks questions like, is this laptop software up to date? Is the hard drive encrypted? Is this actually a company-managed computer? If the device fails those checks, access gets blocked or limited, even if it's the right person. Now, this third pillar is an absolute game changer: limit access. We call this the principle of least privilege. All it means is that an employee should only have access to the exact files and apps they need to do their job, and nothing else. Your marketing team doesn't need to get into the finance folders. Your front desk doesn't need admin access to your website. This one step dramatically reduces the damage an attacker can do if they get in. And finally, we continuously monitor everything. Trust isn't a one-and-done decision. It has to be re-earned constantly. The system is always watching for weird behavior, like maybe an employee suddenly logs in from a different continent at 3 a.m. If something looks off, the system can automatically force them to prove who they are again, or just lock the account.
Okay, I know what you might be thinking. This sounds like a huge, expensive project for a giant corporation, but I'm telling you, it's not. This is absolutely something your small business can and should do. Let's make it practical.
Let's just bust the biggest myth right now. Zero trust is not a single thing you buy. It's a strategy. And the best part? It's a strategy you can build using the tools you're probably already paying for in things like Microsoft 365 or Google Workspace. It's all about using those tools with the right mindset. So where do you start? Like today, this right here. This is your roadmap. First, enforce multi-factor authentication for everyone. No exceptions. That's your biggest and fastest win right there. Then, get a handle on managing and monitoring all your company devices. Start applying that least privilege access we talked about. You can even do simple things like making sure your accounting computer isn't on the same network as everyone else's. These steps aren't just doable, they will completely change your security game.
And I really want to end on this point because it's so important for your company's culture. Zero trust is not about you distrusting your employees. Not at all. It's about recognizing that the bad guys out there, their main weapon is to exploit the very idea of trust. This is about protecting your team and your business from those threats. So I'll leave you with this one question to think about. Is your business security built like an old-fashioned castle with crumbling walls? Or are you ready to build a modern fortress, one that's actually designed for the world we live in today? The choice, and honestly the tools to get started, are right in front of you.